Red circle the day the world united. A look at the history of World AIDS Day. Every year on December 1st, the world pauses to commemorate World AIDS Day. It's a powerful moment of remembrance, solidarity, and renewed commitment to ending the HIV/AIDS epidemic. But how did this International Day of Action begin? The history of World AIDS Day is a story of global cooperation forged in the face of a devastating crisis. The crisis of the 1980s. Stigma and silence. The HIV/AIDS epidemic emerged in the early 1980s, striking fear and confusion across the globe. Initial recognition of the disease was slow, and it was often surrounded by intense stigma and misinformation, particularly because it was first identified within marginalized communities. For years, the political response in many countries was marked by inaction and silence. It took the tireless activism of affected communities and health professionals to force the issue into the international spotlight. 1988. The genesis of a global health day. The turning point came in January 1988 at the World Summit of Ministers of Health on Programs for AIDS Prevention in London. Representatives from 140 nations gathered, marking the first time governments acknowledged AIDS as a severe, global health problem requiring a coordinated international response. Out of this pivotal meeting, the idea for a dedicated day of commemoration and education was conceived by James W. Bunn and Thomas Netter, two public information officers for the World Health Organization's WHO Global Program on AIDS. They proposed December 1st, a date they believed would maximize news coverage globally. The first observance. The first ever World AIDS Day was held on December 1, 1988. Inaugural theme. The theme was, A World United Against AIDS, a call to foster awareness and collective international efforts to fight the epidemic and counter the stigma that viewed AIDS as a disease affecting only a few specific groups. Key milestones in the history of World AIDS Day. Year key development, focus significance. 1996 UNAIDS takes over the joint United Nations program on HIV/AIDS. UNAIDS became operational and took over the planning and promotion of the global observance. This shift brought more focus and resources to the campaign. 1997 World AIDS Campaign. The focus expanded beyond a single day, evolving into a year-round World AIDS Campaign for prevention and education. 2005-2010 Inches Stop AIDS. Keep the Promise. A multi-year theme designed to hold political leaders accountable for their commitments to achieving universal access to HIV/AIDS treatment, prevention, care, and support. 2011-2015 Inches Getting to Zero. The theme shifted to an ambitious global goal: zero new HIV infections, zero deaths from AIDS-related illness, zero discrimination. The enduring symbol of solidarity. The most recognizable symbol of World AIDS Day is the red ribbon. Conceived in 1991 by the Visual AIDS Artists Caucus in New York, the red ribbon is a universal symbol of awareness of HIV and AIDS, support for people living with HIV, solidarity with those who have died from AIDS-related illnesses, a continuing call to action. Today, World AIDS Day remains profoundly relevant. While significant scientific progress, like the development of effective antiretroviral therapy, art that allows people with HIV to live long, healthy lives, and tools like pre-exposure prophylaxis (PrEP) has transformed the epidemic, challenges remain. The day serves as a critical reminder of the ongoing need for increased funding for AIDS responses globally, eliminating stigma and discrimination against people living with HIV, ensuring equitable access to prevention, testing, and treatment, especially in vulnerable communities. The history of World AIDS Day is a testament to the power of international collaboration and the unwavering spirit of communities determined to turn tragedy into a movement for health, dignity, and human rights. What aspect of the World AIDS Day timeline would you be interested in exploring further, such as a specific theme or the role of a particular organization?